Why shouldn't you represent yourself in court as an average Joe or lawyer? 1. For one, you're too emotionally invested in your own situation to critically evaluate things or negotiate effectively. You are likely not an expert in the type of law being practiced there. If you're incarcerated, you'll have a mothering of a time trying to research or interview people, and you lose out on some grounds for appeal, like ineffective assistance of counsel. 2. The judge isn't going to hold your hand and baby you when you do something wrong. You fail to follow court decorum, that's on you. Fail to follow basic proceedings, basic law, that's on you. 3. Lawyers have different specialities like doctors. Like assuming someone could operate on themselves, a brain surgeon would still rather have a heart surgeon give them a bypass. Similarly, if you're a real estate lawyer and you're in court over a tax issue, you could represent yourself, but you wouldn't know nearly as much as a tax lawyer. 4. If you are a lawyer yourself and it's an easy case, then it doesn't matter. But generally it's a bad idea unless you really know what you're doing, for obvious reasons. I mean, unless you are a lawyer or a hardened criminal, you probably won't have any courtroom experience and you aren't familiar with the law. Sure, you can just simply say what happened, but you don't know what parts are important and which aren't. 5. If you're being sued or you're being charged with a crime, there are all kinds of strategies that an attorney can utilize that wouldn't be available if you were the defendant. Also, someone mentioned ineffective assistance of counsel on appeal, not incriminating yourself. The biggest hurdle to me would be keeping my anger and face in check during the proceedings. You get mad when people accuse you of something. You don't want to lose your cool in front of a judge or jury. I've sat in court just biting my tongue while waiting for my Xanax to kick in while my attorney argues for me. It goes a lot better than if I was handling my own case. 6. It's incredibly technical, with high penalties for small mistakes. A single, uncomplicated charge could involve dozens of forms that have to be filled out exactly right, submitted within certain deadlines, sent to different parties. A lot of the forms aren't intuitive and require background knowledge. You make a mistake, you could lose with no fallback. It's a little like a broken bone. Yes, in theory, you could try to set it yourself. It's possible that a very smart person could read a bunch of medical textbooks and do it correctly. But it's also very possible to end up with an infection, a badly set bone, a blood clot, any number of problems. It's best to just let a professional handle it. Same goes for legal representation.